Yes, hello, the Triple B. Subscribe and like. Because likes cost nothing blood. Okay, so Triple B apologizes for the lateness of this video. But I've been up since 6:30 in the morning, yeah? It's my third day without getting on upon the drink. And do you know, I don't miss it one bit. It's funny that I could just switch it off in my head. I just don't do it enough. And, you know, I get bored and I go back to it. But, like, whatever, man. I'm doing stuff, man. Yeah, so, you know, got to do a video for me fans anyway. Got to do a video for me fans. So what we got going on? Well, let's have a look at this now. The main story, you know, it's so predictable, you know. Tyson Fury, obviously, he's saying, "No, I'm not doing the fight. Yeah, I don't even say it when I'm working. I'll demonetize. Brick house. Let's just say that. You know, and he started calling himself GK. GK says no. You know, the Triple B is always really suspicious of people, you know, that speak about themselves in the third person. Huh? I mean, you know, the Triple B does it for ironic reasons, I'll be honest. But, yeah, people that do it seriously, like, you know, Ricky thinks what he needs to do is, you know, took Mike Tyson in bed with his wife, and whatever he says. One of Joyce used to say, and there's always these guys that get big, but, you know, I don't know when Tyson started to refer himself as a Gypsy King, you know. I'm pretty sure his Twitter and all that used to be Tyson Fury. And then he started the Gypsy King when he came back. And it's a bit weird because, you know, some people suggest that the whole king thing, I'm the king of the kings. I mean, that's the title of Jesus, basically, right? He's always wearing crowns and he's being told to because hopefully he's still a good Christian. I just think he's doing what they do just to... Otherwise, you know, he gets run out of town getting the money. But I've talked enough about that. But yeah, the Triple Bs. So the Triple B's like, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously the Tyson putting out the fight. It didn't really surprise anybody. Yeah, really. You know, and you know, Manuel Mahmouda, I should say. I don't know the weird the Germans. There was name. You know, they get a fighter unless they're a big name like Klitschko, all right? Either and then they're based in Germany. They'll often give them a German name. You know, Manuel Char. Well, it's not strictly German. I think it's Spanish, but they'll change their names. You know, they get all these guys like, you know, Felix Sturm. His real name is Adnan Katic. You know, they do that a lot. It's quite weird. To this day, you often find these guys with perfectly German names. I'm like, you know, look very, very German. And it turns out he's, you know, from Serbia or whatever, or you know, he's Russian or Kazakh. You know. Anyway, so Manuel's gone back to being Mahmoud. He's from Syria. He must be one of the few Syrian fighters. I think what's that guy called who fought Hagler? Oh, what's his name? Oh no, my memory's gone blood. You know, it's not the drink. I'm not sleeping very much, but Mustafa Hamshaw. I think he's from Syria. Anyway, so Tyson's, you know, and everyone's like saying, you know what's going to happen? He's going to sack off GAK. He's going to make an excuse, blame GAK, and then fight Mahmoud Char, yeah? The Syrian bomb. Well, I don't know what he calls himself. You know, the Diamond Boy. That's it. Yeah, the Diamond Boy, because he's so tough, and even though he got sparked a few times, including by Vitali. It's not really a disgrace. That was his first defeat, and obviously. Maris Bradis moved up from cruiserweight and I gave away about 45 pounds and banged him out, like face first, ass up, you know, that kind of knockout, you get me? So, you know, I mean, no one's interested in Manuel Char. I mean, he beat Christopher Lovejoy. I don't know if he had some interim title. I just don't care. I don't even know, man. I don't care about that thing. Everybody knows you're the top dogs, aren't you? And Manuel Char shouldn't be near any of them. I think he's only 37. He looks about 50. He looks like a 50-year-old aging gigolo. I've said this before, you know, who still creeps on all the girls because he thinks he's a young stud, but now he's just creepy. So that was just another disappointment. And I was just sitting there, you know, a couple of normies or Kazis, whatever, in the pub would say, "Oh no, but look, Joshua's going to fight, you know, Tyson." I'm like, "No, he's probably not, mate." I'm telling you, like. But they've announced it. They haven't really. They've announced that they've agreed, allegedly, on the contracts. I said, until they get them, they signed contracts, they announce a venue, they announce a date, and, you know, they start doing press conferences. And even then, it might not happen. But, you know, Anyway, so there you go. Mahmoud Shah, probably going to get the call. And Tyson Fury, I mean, there's the thing about Tyson Fury, right? So I did a little short on this, but, I'm going to play it in a minute because it's just cognitive value and it'll illustrate the point. But he Tyson Fury's off his nut. Off his nut on the yayo. And I'm not, obviously, he gets the best yayo, Like I said, his gurning is oh man, I've seen many people on the GAK and they can't quite control their mouth, but, I possibly the Triple B has been in that position, but not like this, man. This is like, and it's, what is he, 6'7.5" probably, 20 stone. Imagine how much GAK it takes to like, he can't move his lips, he can't fit his lip. I mean, also, you got to imagine, right? He's got cash money, he's getting the quality yayo. He probably pays £200 a G. Yeah, that hasn't been stamped on. It's come from Colombia to Manchester, and no one's stamped on it because it's for real. This thing, And apparently they're all on it. I had a couple of me fans tell me one guy said he was at a show and he's seen like Shane Fury blast off some packet. He just couldn't even bother to hide it. I mean, it's a bit tragic anyway. But apparently he got in a row with Chisora. I didn't watch that. I mean, I just need to watch this 20 seconds with Gareth. Gareth the arse Ped Davis. I mean, he's such a bellend. He makes me sick. All those stupid crystals, and he pretends to be a Christian who wears a cross. He's not. He's from the secret society. No surprise. And he poses. He's got his website where it says he's the most read. The most read. No joke. Sports journalist in Europe. I mean, this guy's deluded. Yeah. And anyway, I'd love to slap him up, but but I don't know where he came from, man. He apparently used to do polo. Yeah, the posh sport. There hardly anyone, the Royals play and stuff like that on the horseback, and they hit, the ball with this huge long stick. Polo. I mean, I don't know how much. And he was, so that's what he covered for years, and obviously he's wiped that out because he's no street cred. And now you think he's a UFC guy and a boxing guy. I'd never heard of this guy before, so he's only been following it for 10 years. He's bellend. It just shows if you scratch the right backs and you do the right rituals and things, you get your reward. You'll always pay in the end, though. When you're buying that pillow and getting smashed by the top secret society members, maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all, and getting beaten in to get that little, that black eye thing. Anyway, forget about it. This is not about Gareth A. Davis, the fraud. Why doesn't he call himself Gary Davis anyway? Gareth A. Davis. So he loves the GAK as well, apparently. They're probably both sniffing. But anyway, let's have a look at this quick interview of Tyson Fury. Just look at his mouth, man.
Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline. If they don't sign the contract by Monday, he's out the window, and he'll be exposed for the shit he is.
I'm surprised he could talk, man, but he, blood clot. I don't like yayo. I told you I got roped in by it a few times, and then I stopped it, but then everyone else was doing it around me, so I started doing the ting again. Anyway, I took a couple of tings, and boy, you know it, you're like ringing up the boy on a Monday because you're bored, and there's nothing going on TV. Of course, no, it should be these days, I don't watch no TV anyway, but yeah, I'm very much against it. It's very, very, it's a control thing. These are a lot in Hollywood and places like that control people. Yeah, what I mean by they, yeah. With a lot of money in it. I mean, imagine like you get a little bit of powder. That's less than one of the small things of NutraSweet you pour into your tea, and you shouldn't use that because it's got aspartame and chemicals that do all kinds of problems, including the carcinogenic. But it could be worth up to £100. That amount of product. I mean, it's nuts how much money there is in it. And there's a lot of money laundering in here. Some people say it's attached to, it's like the Kinahan thing, isn't it? They try and get into loads of legal businesses so they can launder the money. But that's anyway. So, but this GAK thing, man, is no good. And so yeah, he called off the fight on Monday, and he said he would, but you imagine like. he probably went on all the way through the night. Probably didn't get to sleep till about 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Because he was so high. Yeah. But Paris must have been really annoyed with him. I don't remember, probably just staying in a hotel away from her with Shane, talking about the old days and, laughing and sniffing up yet another slug, but another white slug. But yeah, and then so he, by the time he gets up on Monday in a raging bad mood, a headache, a mixture of paranoia, bad-tempered anger. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, and he wants to take it out on someone. So he just gets up and tells you, Joshua, you're a brick house. I can't say the word for demonetization reasons. And, and then says no. And it's nonsense, man. It's the biggest fight in British history, one of the biggest fights ever. You got to give some bit of time. If they don't do it in 24 hours. And I get it, the simples contracts. I mean, the 4-round fighters will just go in and sign it and leave. But this is a fight with hundreds upon hundreds of millions of pounds, maybe a billy, huh? As Tyson would say. So, it takes a bit of time, and everyone knows I got no love for Gig J and his batty boy posse, but I had no faith in what happened, and I was I thought Tyson would be more likely to pull out, because the rumours have been there. And also, going back to the your problem, so since Dillian White, if you notice, Tyson's been getting so erratic, man. I'm retired. No, I'm not. I'm going to fight Cesaro. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to... And then Isaac Lowe's going to take the pads from me, even though there's only 5 foot tree. Yeah. What's going to stand on stilts? And all these other things, running around left and right and, being a bit creepy with Joseph Parker, doing stupid videos, getting up on Twitter all the time, talking nothing of substance, retiring again. I don't even, it's a very erratic behaviour. Yeah. And, I don't want to... obviously he was on the ting on Saturday, but the yayo will make a man very erratic, moody. Yeah, when I was on the yayo, and I'm so annoyed. I had a real nice girlfriend, right? But she weren't into it, But, I'd do it a bit, not with her. And a few days later, I'd be real ratty, and she was a sweet ting as well, a nice girl. So, it's no good. It's no good. And it takes away... I don't know the exact science behind it, the body, but it sucks your body out of vitamins, and, I think it's something to do with having, to use up all your supplies, because you're trying to build back the damage that the yayo has done. I don't know, man. I haven't looked into it, but I have certainly had hints that it weakens your body, your muscles, your immune system, all this kind of thing. So... I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm still a Tyson Fury fan, but like a lot of people, we're getting a bit sick of this now, right? And I'm also hoping that he hasn't been on the yayo since Dillian White. I mean, he's still in shape, so it looks like he's just been on the drink, but usually they go together. But I know a couple of some yayo guy who never has a drink. All he does is yayo, and then gets brasses, smashes them. Yeah, behind his wife's back, Sorry state of affairs, blood. And anyway, so I just hope he hasn't been on the GAK since Dillian White, and it would explain his behaviour, but this is no good, man. This is no good. And maybe that's why he stayed trim, because he's been neglecting the pies and the drink, and he's gone for the yayo. Anyway, sick of that. What else? Yeah, so Tommy Fury. The half brother of Tyson, but he's not really. But they didn't hang out when they were young. He was just like when they plumbed him off after the Dillian White fight and told him to go home instead of coming and paying. He looked like a poor little boy. He seems a nice kid, Tommy, just not the sharpest tool in the box. And well, I don't know, man. I'm a bit, his bottling the Jake Paul fights is pretty tragic, frankly. Anyway, so Jake Paul wrote this fairly funny thing. What was it? So Molly, what's her name? Molly May. I don't even know. I don't watch these shows. Is pregnant with Tommy's kid. Hopefully they don't get into some weird threesome situation like Lee Wood with his pal, and they didn't even know, who would be the father. I mean, how grim is that, man? And you know what that is? That's the PORN that makes people so creepy. And entertainment, and on even normal TV. I read an article, was it Telegraph, online, and saying that, this is going to be a conservative paper for serious people. We all know it's nonsense. They just write in a different way about the same nonsense and push the same agenda. But saying that it'd be really, if husband wanted to give her wife a nice present for Christmas, he should let her nut someone else. This is oh, blood clot. I mean, what is this sickness cuckolding? I don't know. Anyway, so Jane Paul put out this tweet, which was quite funny. He goes, I don't know, I'm really surprised he would do it, because usually he pulls out or something. I thought it was fairly amusing. Final thing, what else? Corey business. There's always some Corey business when Tyson's involved. So I found a picture of Tyson Fury, Big Joyce, and Guido with a 10 out of 10 Corey Vianello. And they all sparred. They were in the same camp, man. So that must have been when Tyson inspected Guido's Corey. I don't know how long ago it was. I don't know, a couple of years. I'm just wondering, why hasn't Tyson told us about Joyce's Corey status? Because we'd have gone looking for it. It was, Joel, go and inspect your car there. Knock at you. Tyson, what are you doing? Go away. Yeah, very weird, all that stuff, creeping around looking at other heavyweights' Corys in the showers. That ain't reasonable. He's the right guy for the Royal Crown Corey Inspector. And by the way, there's going to be some serious merch on that. Like I said, I'm getting the merch organised. I'm getting it organised for me funds, but I got to find the right site and get all the designs done. That should be good. I've been designing the Triple B merch, man. I've got some good stuff going out. Yeah, the problem is, right, so I was looking at all the different platforms. Obviously, I want to be able to put it, in that bar on, what's it called, YouTube. So the first one, obviously, is Teespring, right? Now, it was it wasn't the greatest usability. I'd already built up a few little designs, but I've got about 20 in all. I showed a few peeps in there. Yeah, I think they're going to go down well. I'm trying to make them look quite professional, not be rubbish. But anyways, that's kind of what I've been spending my day on. So Teespring, though, but I don't know, man. I set it all up and all that, and I looked at their prices. I was like, okay, that's cool. Make about 50% on t-shirts. Make about 35% on. You can change the prices, but it seemed reasonable. And then when it came to setting it all up, suddenly they banged all the prices up. Yeah, and they said if I wanted to make like £8 on a t-shirt, I have to sell it for $27.99. You can't sell a t-shirt $27.99 off Teespring, blood. How much it cost in Primark? Like £4 or something. Come on, man. You get me? Hoodie was £55 just to make a profit of £15. I don't know, man. And I know that other people they're not being striped like this because Time Booth's shop follows all the recommended patterns. I don't know why it's happened, man. I've written him a stern email, blood. But anyway, I got bitter. Someone this other thing called I don't know what it's called. It's Arrival, anyways. I think it's based in Britain. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is that's I think what is it called again? Shirt Stop or something like that. And I like the interface. I like, and I built, I bumped up like 3 designs, and I'm in between laughing. They're real Triple B type designs, and then they say, oh, we got a review. I'm thinking, oh, cool, be ready in about 20 minutes. No, it takes about 4 working days, blood. I wanted to launch some merch for this weekend anyway. Yeah, everyone have a good night, a good week. We'll catch up. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and do a live. So see you then.